I keep on repeating this. It does seem like inflation's coming down. So the last inflation read was 7.7, which was lower than expected. I think it was down from 8.3. And I think the idea that it will keep going down is inevitable. I keep on hearing these stories about these used cars that can't get off the shelves. And there's also, you know, a lot of these like luxury goods and things like that that were selling like hotcakes are not selling anymore. And what happens when these things don't sell is the price goes down, you know? So in the beginning, you had inflation, you had these stimulus checks, which gave a huge excess of money to people in the middle class. So the rich people, they don't really cause inflation, because basically the way it works is that with inflation, you know, in times of high inflation and low inflation, saying the rich, their spending is constant. They're buying the same things. They're buying the expensive foods. They're buying the expensive cars, expensive clothing, all the things that, you know, go up in price during times of high inflation. The rich people, their purchasing is stagnant because they always have money. They have sources of income. They have real estate. They have dividend stocks. You know, they have businesses and they have high-paying jobs. The thing is that the middle class, their spending doesn't stay constant, right? So the middle class, their spending fluctuates. In good times, right? They, you know, where they have a lot of money, they spend more money, which really lowers the supply, you know, and there's an increase of demand. So then that's when prices start going up. And what we had with COVID was we had basically there was a massive increase in people's money because, you know, they were staying at home and they were getting this unemployment and they weren't spending it because they were at home all the time. And then obviously the economy reopened and they had this tremendous excess of money and they were just spending it like there's no tomorrow. So the prices went up and then they went to their employers, you know, if they weren't getting the COVID, and they asked for a raise to maintain their lifestyle. But there's only so many raises you could really get. Eventually the raises stop and the prices keep going up, and then they just cut spending. And when they cut spending, there's less demand. And when there's less demand and the supply remains the same, inflation comes down. And that's what we see happening. It happened in the 80s. It happened, I think, after World War II. I don't see why this time would be any different. Everyone's saying this time is going to be different. I don't see why this time would be different. It seems like things just keep on repeating themselves. Could these high interest rates extend the bear market? It's possible, but I feel a lot safer in this bear market than the previous one, because in the previous one, it was a question of whether crypto would still exist. I think everyone agrees that crypto is going to exist. The question is just how long's the pain going to last? How low could prices go? And obviously, you just got a dollar cost average, because if, in my opinion, not financial advice, but if you're just buying dips, whatever, you could start to get really greedy on a dip, and then you're out of money when it dips more. And in crypto, things just feel like they could dip forever. That's why the best, in my opinion. So like sometimes I spend a little bit more on my DCA, but it's always this, you know, the same day, because you just got to spread out your buy, make sure that you have enough cash that, you know, you could pay for the things that you need to pay for. So when the price goes down, if you have enough money to take care of yourself, then what's the problem? In my opinion, not financial advice.